Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss freezing concept, which is very important in lookups. So normally when we give equals to A1, what will be the output? 75. And when I drag it down, it will be 28 and 82. Means when we are dragging vertically, row number will change. A1 is changing to A2 and A3. 1 is changing to 2 and 3, row number. Same way when we drag horizontally, column will change. A will change to B and C. This is relative reference. So when you click on F4, we have function key F4, right? F4 is not working in your laptops. Go with the combination of F and F4. Like we have Fn key on the left bottom of our keyboard. So you can use it. Now, when I click on F4 for the first time, both row and column got freezed. When we freeze the reference will not change even if we drag it down or right. Every time A1 will be A1 only. It will not change to A2, A3, so on. This is absolute reference. Again, if I click on F4 for the second time, only row got freezed, column unfreezed. So row will not change, but column will change. When we drag vertically, row will not change. But when we drag horizontally, column will change. A will change to B and C. But 1 will not change to 2. It will be 1 only. Third time if I click on F4, column got freezed. Means row will change now, but column will not change. And again if I click on F4, it comes to the normal position. First time F4, row and column gets freezed. Second time only row gets freezed. Third time only column gets freezed. And fourth time it comes to the relative reference again. Here I give C. First time F4, absolute reference, row and column. Second time F4, relative column, absolute row. Means row will freeze. Third time F4, absolute column, relative row. And fourth time F4, again relative reference. So whenever you have a common cell, freeze cell. If you have common column, freeze column. If you have common row, freeze row. If you have common table, freeze the entire table. See here I have some amounts. I want 10% of these amounts equals to this amount into 10%. If I drag it down, will I get all 10% amounts? No, because when we drag it down, this J7 will change to J8, J9. Reference is going down. But in every cell 10% is common, so freeze J7. If you type 10% manually, it works, but we are selecting the reference. When we freeze it, every time it takes J7 only. And now, here I have some quantities and prices. For each item, if the price is 500 rupees, what will be the price for 2 items? 1000 rupees. And 10% of 1000 is 100 equals to 2 into 500 into 10%. Here 2 into 700, 1400, 10% should be 140. But see, I'm not getting 140. Here also 4 into 500 should be 2000. 10% will be 200, but it is giving 800 because references are going down. It is not taking 4 into 500, it is taking 4 into 100. Here also it is not taking 2 into 700, it is taking 100 into 700 into 500. So when you are working with tables, reference plays a major role when you are working with multiple rows and columns. So first, when you are selecting quantity, you should check for the next quantity. First quantity is in L10, Next one is in L11, next L12, L13. So what is common here? L is common. All quantities are in L column. So freeze L, F4, F4, F4 3 times. Into when you are selecting price, you should check all prices. First one is in M9, next N9, O9, P9. 9 is common. Freeze 9, F4, F4 2 times. Into 10% is common for every cell. You should freeze the entire cell. So now we are getting correct output here. M9 is not changing to M10 because 9 got freezed. So even if I drag it down, 9 will be 9 only. Same way here we freezed L. So L is not changing to M. It is taking L10 only. 10% is common for every cell. So in every cell it will be 10% only. L9. Okay, in this way we freeze. Freezing is very, very important. If you know freezing with a single cell formula, we can fill the entire report. If you don't know freezing, you should write formula for every column separately. Yeah, this is about freezing. Let's wind up. Thank you.